Hey guys, I'm just out and about, been on a little hike today, just enjoying this beautiful place that I live. Southern Utah is really beautiful and just spending some time with myself. It's always nice to get out and clear my mind, especially out in nature. I've been thinking about my kids a lot today. I always miss them when they're away, but I'm glad that Jamie can take a turn with them and I can spend some time to just be with me for a bit. There's a tree right there. We're gonna walk around that. A few nights ago, I took the Quints on daddy walks, which is a time that I'll take one-on-one with the Quints and we'll walk just down the street and back. It's like 10 minutes per walk. But Landon was kind enough to hold the fort down for us. And then I was able to take the Quints out one at a time to get a little time with daddy. Is that amazing? One-on-one time with the Quints is pretty special. It's something we don't get a lot of. That time's actually pretty priceless to me. So daddy walks is one way that I'll just take even 10 minutes to be with each kid individually. I'll let them talk my ear off and just catch up with them. And it's nice because we don't have like so many other little voices in the background. It can just be daddy and them, and we can just hang out. I want you to know that I didn't trip on that. I almost tripped on it, but I chose not to. On our last round of daddy walks, Daisy was the final walker, and she indeed talked my ear off. The funny thing with Daisy is she's pretty reserved. She definitely keeps to herself, but like when I get her like on a walk or something like that, she will just tell me everything that's in her little heart and everything that's in her mind, and it's fun. They're really at an adorable age. I love 5-year-olds. 5-year-olds are some of the coolest people out there. I gotta watch my step during some of these parts. I would say there's a 50-50 chance that I will trip during some point of this video. And if I do, I won't turn the camera off. I'll let you go on the trip with me and we could all just laugh. Yeah, this is one of those rocky parts. I better look down a bit when I go through here. Here, maybe we'll sit here for a second and rest while I'm talking to you, and that way I don't trip and roll down a hill while we're chatting. Where were we? Yeah, the Quints, again, they're at an age that goes so quick, but it's such a fun age. They did a study on kindergartners and preschoolers, and they found that 98% of children that age have genius levels of creativity. They're actually geniuses when it comes to the ability to create. And that's something we're all born with. It's something that's innate within us, but it's something that kind of goes away. And so I think being with these brilliant little minds is something that kind of sparks creativity and joy in all of us. There is an arch here. There are a lot of arches in southern Utah, and they form naturally. No one went out there and dug that out. You probably already realized that, but yeah, we're gonna go check that thing out for sure. So after Daisy blew my mind with simple conversation, we arrived at the end of my street. And at that time, it was close to twilight. We looked up at Pine Valley Mountain. And when we looked up there, the mountain was glowing brighter than anything else. And we both just stood there for a minute and just looked at it. After taking a quiet minute looking at the mountain, which Daisy loves, she loves quiet, she loves stillness. I think she gets that a lot more from Jamie than she gets from me. But when it was time to go, I said, hey, we got to take off, sweetheart. But I'll tell you what, you look at that mountain and you make any wish you want. When you wish on a mountain at sunset, your wish comes true. And I looked at her and she immediately looked at the mountain and said, I wish my mommy and daddy lived in the same house. I was not expecting that. Just 10 minutes earlier, Lincoln had made a wish on the same mountain and he wished that he could have more color changing Hot Wheels. And I figured with Christmas around the corner, I could make Lincoln's dream come true. And now I had Daisy telling me the deepest wish of her heart, and it was something that I couldn't give to her. As much as Daisy's wish caught me off guard, I actually didn't hesitate in answering her. I knelt down right away and I looked at her and said, Daisy, your mommy and your daddy love you so much. And even if mommy and daddy live in different houses, that doesn't mean that there's not love in your family. Because houses don't make a family, love does. And we love you no matter what, and we love your brothers and sisters no matter what. After I said that, Daisy just smiled, and then we just continued on with our walk. And she proceeded to talk my ear off the whole way back to the house. There's the arch. I would take you closer, but that sign right there says that only goats are allowed to go up there. Maybe I need to get a goat costume and show it to you closer. Never mind. Those are actually little hieroglyphs, and this marker is telling us not to erase or damage them. So let's go ahead and go up there, and let's not damage or erase any hieroglyphs while we're up there, okay? And that, my friends, is the arch. It is just, to be here, it is so breathtaking. When you get in this area, you have like rock cliffs on all sides. And we're having some St. George fall. We don't get all the colors in St. George, but they do turn yellow before they fall off. So that's nice. I have thought about my walk with Daisy Kate every day since. In fact, even that night, I sat up most of the night just thinking about our conversation, wondering, is there more that I could have said? Is there a better way that I can explain this? When thinking about all of this, I realized that someday my kids will likely watch all of these videos and are likely to watch this video. So Daisy Kate, my beautiful 5-year-old little girl, the next part of this video is for you, and you can share it with your brothers and sisters, okay? Hello, Daisy Kate. It's your father. Let the story begin. 30 years ago, when Daddy was just 11 years old, a movie came out to the movie theaters that ended up being one of Daddy's favorite movies of all time, Mrs. Doubtfire. It's a story about a family that had experienced a lot of love together and a lot of joy together, but the mommy and daddy got a divorce when the kids were still little. The daddy in the story is kind of funny. He likes to play, he likes to have big parties, he really loves adventure, so he likes taking his kids to new places so they can have new experiences. But more than anything, the daddy loves his kids. They make him happy, and they make him smile every day. The mommy in the story is a lot like you. She's beautiful inside and out. She loves simple things. She likes quiet moments with her family. She's really organized and really good at keeping a schedule to make sure that her family's healthy and happy. But more than anything, the mommy in the story loves her kids with all of her heart. The story also has 3 really cool kids in it. There's an older teenager, just like Shayden, except Shayden's a boy. There's a younger teenager, like Landon, and there's a little girl named Natalie. She's 5 years old, just like you, Violet, Logan, Lincoln, and Lily. Early in the story, the mommy tells the daddy that she wants a divorce, which means they wouldn't be married anymore and they wouldn't live together anymore. The mommy had to be really brave to be honest like this, and she was sad and she cried. At first, the daddy didn't want to get a divorce. He wanted his family to stay together forever, and he cried too. It's okay to cry when you're sad. But after some time went by, the daddy realized that the mommy was right. It was better for everyone if the mommy and daddy lived in 2 different houses. The kids didn't want the mommy and daddy to get divorced. They wanted them to live together, and they were sad, and sometimes they cried. They wanted their daddy to move back in with their mommy, and for daddy to call her a princess.
Call her princess.
Oh. Yes.
Having mommy and daddy in different houses was really hard at first. It made the kids wonder why mommy and daddy got a divorce. One of the kids even wondered if it was his fault. The daddy told him it was not his fault. The divorce was something that needed to happen. Now that the mommy and daddy lived in separate homes, they grew in very unexpected ways. They became a better mommy and a better daddy for their kids. They both created homes where their kids could play, laugh, and be happy. Even though they lived in 2 different homes, they were still a family. At the very end of the story, the daddy says something really special, and I want to say it to you. There are all sorts of different families, Daisy Kate. Some families have 1 mommy, some families have 1 daddy, or 2 families. Some children live with their uncle or aunt, some live with grandparents, and some children live with foster parents. But if there's love, dear, those are the ties that bind, and you'll have a family in your heart forever. All my love to you, sweetheart. You're going to be all right. We're all okay, Daisy Kate. Mommy and Daddy love you and your brothers and sisters forever. I'll see you soon.